Hey guys, we're super excited to be here at the LA Fit Expo. It's our third year in a row. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be launching the Tasty Pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs. And we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo and today is Friday, January 8th, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. One of the things that got lost in the drama of the Olympia weekend was the breakout performances from so many different athletes across all the different divisions. And in classic physique, Bryan Jones definitely falls into that category. Jones came in and placed 5th in his Olympia debut behind a group of athletes who had 4 combined Olympia and Arnold Classic titles, which is impressive enough on its own, but the way he did it might have been even more impressive. He was up there with that top group and he looked like someone who had the potential to be a stalwart in this division for a long time. But now that he'll be coming in with more of a target on his back, it'll be interesting to see how he responds to the pressure. Sometimes when you're watching sports, you see rookies who step in and make an impact from day one. And at that point, you start thinking that they might have the potential to be something special. And after Marc Hector placed 3rd in his pro debut at the British Grand Prix last year behind James Hollingshead and Regan Grimes, I had a few people reach out to me saying that they had the same feeling about him. Marc is heading into a sophomore season looking to build on some of the flashes he showed last year, and planning to add a few more pounds of stage muscle before shifting into prep mode. More often than not, when we see someone who can hold their own against elite Olympia level competition, it's not a lightning in the bottle situation. So I'd be on the lookout for Marc later this year because he has a chance to hurt a lot of people's feelings. With the NFL playoffs about to get started this weekend, we'll get to see some of these teams separate themselves from the pack as real Super Bowl contenders. And I think you go back and look at the pictures on our site from Olympia weekend, well, one of the things that jumps out in the men's physique division is how much Andre Lincoln looks the part of someone who's a future title contender in the division. Even though he ended up placing 5th, keep in mind that it was his Olympia debut, and 2 of the guys who finished ahead of him are current and former champs. And add to that fact that he's still relatively young and that we don't seem to get too many athletes with decade-long title runs in this division, and you can start to see a path for him to get there in the next few years. But just like some of those teams who are playing this weekend, he'll have to go through some battles to get there, and we still need to see if he's ready for the long haul. If you guys haven't seen Wednesday's show yet, make sure you go check that out. We gave you a preview of the 2021 schedule, where we highlighted the Indy Pro in May as the first Open and 212 event of the year. And as it so happens, it looks like Dorian Haywood might be targeting Indy for his season debut. This week, there was video circulating of Dorian hitting a few poses in between sets that showed him looking leaner than I remember seeing him in any off-season. Throughout his career, there's never been a time when Dorian hasn't made steady improvements from one show to the next. And since it looks like that'll be the case again here, I wouldn't sleep on him as a dark horse top threat. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.